all happening in Discord. This is probably really boring for everyone else who's not here.
But the real party's in Discord.
It's in runners
Let's
only
go,
too.
guys. Today is sad. We have a backup. We are moving. And yeah. The character is... Well, I forgot already. Second column, fourth row. I don't know how to say that. That's it.
Chi.
It's Chi.
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 It's like
Chinada.
cheese, but like no e's. Just chi.
Ch.
Do you have Crabins dancing? Oh, actually, it's Crab Rave.
Crab
Wait,
Rave?
I'm gonna call him. Mike.
Frog.
Oh no.
Okay, hang on. What am I doing? I'm changing this to Rizu is our commentary.
Lolly!
Lolly
Missed
trash.
ya.
What up,
What are we waiting
dog?
for?
Yeah.
We're
but-
not waiting for anybody. Waiting on Drogie to reset, but I guess he can reset whenever he wants. So, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a countdown from 10 so that you guys have time. So you guys want to go ahead and reset real quick, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Lift off.
I'm gonna move them into the silent zone and move into the commentary booth. Candy, are you gonna be on commentary with us today?
Yeah, Kirby. I'm here.
You are here, indeed.
Could be means yes. Rezo. Yep.
I get the feeling that Drogie's capture is delayed in some way, like it froze. So I'm gonna refresh Drogie in a minute.
Yeah, he's
I
something like
actually-
20
no,
seconds
he
behind
just-
from what I see. Like maybe just
Yeah,
started
he-
late?
He just started now, like the rank.
Okay. I'll maybe there's just a delay. I'll be sure to do that. Okay, hang on. I'm also gonna do a local
Okay.
recording. So we got
I gotta
Squid.
remember, don't mention the actual stuff that's going on, and look at CC stream so it doesn't ruin it for other people.
Oh,
I don't know
Drogie's
because
only
last
left
time
ear.
I was 6 seconds ahead, so I don't want to give spoilers, but I don't want to like I don't know. Ooh, they're butterfree again.
Yep, that's what
Okay.
I was gonna say. Not to
guess-
say. The Squidbird seemed like he got a good Butterfree cycle. Drogie not so much. We're back to the Skyfax.
Back with Skyfax here.
This time I didn't mention. You know, it wasn't me. Okay.
So it reminds me. So whenever we have the Wii U VC tournament, which is obviously going to be, the best version of it in about a month, once I
Right,
get Japanese all up and ready. There's not going to be no more Skyfax. I feel like you don't have to look at the sky at all.
It's true. We can actually have beach facts and
What's even worse
every
is
other
that-
stage facts.
Yeah. But what's even worse is that like you have to not look at the sky because you have to pay attention to get second lepers. It's really annoying to do
Oh,
that.
that is, yeah.
So, actually, if you wait a little longer, you can save 1 second on Meowth. I figured out it's actually someone already told me because I was like, oh, how did you save 1 second ahead of me in beach? And I saw it is because if you look up and then wait for Meowth like a little longer, you can save 1 second.
Yep.
That is actually interesting.
Yeah, I mentioned that in my analysis of the top 6. Oh, got a reset from Drogie here.
Ooh,
He was
I
Meowth.
noticed
A little
that
bit too late on Meowth.
I was looking down after Doduo, and I was exiting the stage a whole second later. And that area, like around Meowth and Kangaskhan, like in between, there's a whole second of lag. So you want to make sure that you're
Yeah, I did
You're not
notice that. Like,
looking
I noticed that everybody else at the high level kind of did where they were looking up, and they slowly went down and then back up. Where I just did like, okay, I hear a Doduo, I just do C up to go immediately down,
Yep.
and then I kind of just wait, and that's what's a lot of lag.
Mhm.
Okay, Squid going for his Electrode. Needs a slightly closer one. I can never know exactly how to get that Electrode, but I've never messed it up. I always end up with like an extra 100 or 200 points. Does it even save you that much time to go for like, oh, let me go for 1800 instead of 1900? I don't know if it's worth it. That probably could have gotten a lot better for Squid, but I feel like that's like a half a second where...
Yeah. What's kind of
It's really-
annoying with that Electrode is that like the difference between 1500 points and like 1800 points is several seconds, but the difference
Yeah.
between like 22,000 and 25,000 is like 1 second or less.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you have to wait a few seconds for it to actually roll closer, and then you have like the background electrode. But then once you're at that point, it's like you have like 22, 24 to 3K within like 2 seconds, but the first few is like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's really slow. So for sure, if you can get the closest possible points that you need, definitely go for that. Don't try to get a little longer unless you just want to be safe. Like if you're not entirely sure, you're like, I think I'm just gonna wait like another second to get a little bit more points just to make sure I pass by. Because in this tournament setting, it's always going to make sure you're consistent.
Yeah, the question is always like, okay, how confident are you that it's 1,800 instead of 1,700 points, or 2,000 versus 2,200? And Squid takes, I feel like a centered picture Zubat, but it's always like, oh, you didn't red dot it? You have no idea how it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly. Even when you do red dot, sometimes you don't know how it's going to go.
I'm trying to think, like, is Zubat the most frustrating Pokemon that I take a picture of in this game? I feel like it is, because
Butterfree is for sure.
I was going to say Butterfree, yeah, Butterfree for sure.
100% Butterfree is the most difficult.
You're right, because I reset more on it, and it matters a lot less for Zubat.
Yeah, I mean, like, with Zubat, it's tough, don't get me wrong, it's not easy.
But it's not as, like, important, because there's backups afterwards.
Exactly.
Drogie Miss BJ.
I hate when that happens to me. It happened to me so often. And that's second reset.
It's a second reset from Drogie here. Squid just cruising along.
He's a little behind, or maybe he just wasn't looking far enough to the left for that Dugtrio. It seemed like it was a little off center. But, I mean...
We could analyze it, but it was probably he wasn't either locked in right, or he didn't do an optimal drift there. Okay.
Ooh, too far.
Gotta make sure they're. It's okay. He's gonna get him back, but he's gonna lose some time here.
Gonna get a picture of Magneton? Ooh. At the apple, but looking to the side, so not horrible, but...
Yeah, again, not terrible, but not amazing.
However, his time... So I have this, like, weird... I guess everybody has their own thing where they've noticed, like, oh, here's the time I look at to know how good I'm doing in a run. I have when the cart stops in that cutscene when we're leaving tunnel. And if it's not 5:30, 5:31, I know I'm doing bad.
Right.
And since Squid time is ahead of mine by a good, with the 15 seconds or more now.
That Dugtrio looks a little bit strange.
Yeah, Dugtrio was a little.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was on the far left side, for whatever reason.
Yeah,
no,
I've had.
If he got Haunter, he was okay, but.
Oh.
I feel like Haunter's more forgiving.
No.
He's fine.
Oh, actually, he got. Yeah, it was the Caprica. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, good, perfect points on Haunter. So.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, for me, is whenever that cutscene starts, I always look, and I'm looking for about 5:19 is when it starts.
Yeah, I feel like I never know when it starts because I'm usually like a little like, at least when I started doing it, I was amped up by like, oh, did I do the magnets right or not? So I always look when the cart stops, and that's why I can tell like, okay, how good of a runner somebody is, how good they are. Like, I know like on good runs, you or Lemon or somewhere like in the mid 20s, early 20s when the cart stops. And like me, I'm hitting like, I think I hit 5:27 on like my best tunnel or something ridiculous like that. So Squid was at like 5:34, which means it's not a great pace, but I feel like a lot of that is probably based on electrode and mess up in magnets.
That Butterfree gonna cost some time, some points, not some time.
Yeah.
And the Meowth already gonna lose some points.
The Meowth much less so.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, 80 points.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just
not
off.
that big a deal. 22,400, so close. He's got to lose a little time here, getting 100 extra points.
I forget who was mentioning to. I think quote earlier that I don't know how. I guess I know how to. I don't do 3K Pikachu. And I figured, hey, 100 points is never gonna matter. But right there, it showed that it would have. So it's kind of annoying. And it's annoying because I feel like early game, it's really when those 100 points matters. Yeah, exactly. And then you get to like, until you get to like Valley, and it's like, oh, you got 129.9, and then you get real frustrated because it's just stupid time loss of 100 points.
Yeah, I definitely agree that Apples and Flute are like the two closest margins. Because Pesters isn't that hard. You can actually beat Pesters by like 3 or 4K sometimes, without too much trouble. But
Yeah.
it's like it really comes down to like all those like 100 points that you lost on one Pokemon and another Pokemon and another one and another. Like every time you lose like 50 points or whatever, like that builds up so much to the point where you're off of one pick Valley by like less than 1,000 points sometimes, and it's like, damn it, dude.
Yeah,
So
I know. Last night, Flair had an almost. I think it was Weeping Bell Snipe no pick Valley, which I managed to do. I think one run. And it's real frustrating because you feel like, oh, if I only didn't mess up that one picture, if I got just a little bit more points in this and that. So like you feel it at Valley, but usually it's like, okay, but there's an easy backup. It's not the world's biggest deal. But you're right, like it just causes resets in like Beach and possibly Pesters, but again, there's the backup with Moltres. That's different forms. So and
But
usually
I guess you got Pulsley, so but still it would be able to get a good time.
Exactly.
It was close.
Drogie gets a great Magikarp. I want to guess that. I always get the carp, but
I was going to say it, but I hold myself.
Drogie has an interesting drift that he does here. He does a very
Yeah, he
slow
did.
drift into the room instead of like a hard drift before the room.
I feel like Tunnel always has the most like movement like changes from people compared to other stages. Like usually Tunnel's fine, but even here it's like, okay, when people decide to drift left when they enter like the Diglett part.
Yo, Speedrun Doc, Speedrun is hosting us for 285 viewers. Wowee!
Whoa!
Goodness gracious me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Pokemon Snap Tournament.
Welcome everybody.
You know what? I didn't do the tournament.
Welcome.
You can check that out there in the chat. There's a link to the tournament. You can see our bracket there. You can also see our rule set and our current schedule, which is kind of lacking. But oh no, no
Squid gonna get
Cloyster.
Shelter?
It's gonna get lots
no
of Shelders,
Cloyster.
no Cloyster though.
That's
Rest
ooh.
in peace. Question is,
He's
Illusion's
not
the follow-up.
resetting. I think he's gonna finish it, which
Yeah, possibly. He might. So I think if I was Squid in this position, he might just be like, let me just do a run, get it done,
Yeah.
then go back and try to improve it, right?
I can see that.
You know, no.
I know at least when I was doing my first races, I did the same type of thing where I was like, I'm just gonna wait, finish this run, make sure I have the confidence in knowing, hey, I finished a run, or at least see my points and see in Valley if I'm like, not too far behind.
Right.
But it doesn't end with the greatest amount of points. Kind of low even without Cloyster.
Is that
I
the
feel like without-
Drogie, the one and only? DrogieSR.
No, it's the other one.
Little known fact, or maybe it is a greater known fact, I don't know. But SM64 star Drogie is also a Pokemon Snap runner and previous world record holder. So there's probably a lot of people here who have no idea what the hell is going on. So just as a quick brief description. So Pokemon Snap is an on-rails shooter game, and while it may seem like this is an auto-scroller, how do you speedrun an auto-scroller, right? There's actually a lot of stuff that we can do in order to influence our speed and decrease our time, just in order to save a lot of time here and there. There's a lot of stuff that we do here, but most of it involves getting the most amount of points in every one of our pictures and just point pressing to the max while going at maximum speed. So a lot of it is menuing and lag reduction and like really good setups and interesting tricks that allow us to leave stages earlier and just for us to maneuver faster. Ooh, the double bounce there. So like in Squidbird's case here on the left, Squidbird did not get a Pokemon in River because it's a random chance if you get it or not. And
Good old
I
RNG.
think- Yeah. And so because he didn't get that Pokemon, he needs an extra Pokemon to make up for it. So normally you would leave the stage by now, but because he has to get one more Pokemon, he is going to attempt to get Jinx before it renders here. that will actually count as a picture of Jinx, and he doesn't have to wait to go all the way down there to get it. So let's see.
However,
here.
as CC was saying, that loses you a ton of time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of iffy. If you can get the picture, because again, it doesn't render, so you don't know exactly if you have it, and it's kind of weird exactly.
Yeah, so those first 4,
how
but those
decides to
pictures
accept
count.
it.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
So Squid managed to get it, but you saw the first 4, nothing. The rest of them, you still can't see it, but somehow it counts.
Mhm.
So it still loses you a ton of time, no matter like what level you're at, and that's kind of the origin of the format that we're racing in currently.
Yeah. So Squid got 126k coming out of Cave here. He needs to have 130,000 in order to get the final item and beat the game. So he's going to need to get 1 picture here to get 4k points, and then he's golden. Which is kind of interesting because he had no Weeping Bell snipe and he had to do all that. So he should have had more points in Cave than normal. But I don't know. I don't know what happened. Literally thought Drogie was doing the Squidbird setup.
The Squidbird setup is a good setup.
It's a good setup.
You know what is
Go ahead.
funny? Like in the last run, he didn't do the second one slowpoke, which was interesting.
Oh yeah, I
did
did
it.
see that. I was wondering if he just has his own different style of getting it, or what.
Oh, he just forgot. Yeah, it was interesting.
Who, Drogie or Squid?
Drogie on
yeah.
the last round against.
Was it
Yeah.
CJ? No.
Yeah, it was against CJ.
Oh,
Yes,
was it?
yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Not sure about that side up.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting how it turns out, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Come on, Clayster. Can we get one?
All right, Chad, I need some Where's That Pokemon?
Oh no.
See candy.
Oh no.
Oh, we don't get any Cloyster.
And none for both. Is he going to go?
I mean, at this point,
That's what we
Drogie
said.
could finish the run.
I mean,
Drogie is
maybe
the
he's
higher
decided-
seed. So here's the thing: is Drogie is the higher seeded player. He also has a much better PB time than Squid.
Yeah.
So Drogie still has the skill to beat Squid even without Cloyster, and they both don't have Cloyster, right?
yeah,
so
because
they're
they
still an
both
even
don't have
footing.
it. It's kind of still advantage Drogie, but less so than if he had gotten it.
Mhm. Like if Squid didn't get it and Drogie did, like he would blow Squid out of the water, most likely. No offense. But if Squid did get Cloyster and Drogie didn't, it'd be really close. In fact, it might even be in Squid's favor. But
Yeah, I actually would say it's in Squid's favor.
he's a little bit more rusty though, so I don't know if he's really tuned up to get a really close to PB time. But maybe.
You are right. I'm not actually sure. Like I've noticed Squid's. Well, I know Squid was practicing Weeping Bell Snipe earlier in Cave, but it seemed like Squid still had the skill. I feel like it only takes you like maybe an hour or two to get like your rust out of it, and Snap, depending on how long of a break you take. And I guess I took like a 2-3 week break and was like, took like an hour and was ready to go.
Yeah, but
Squid
Squid
gets
took
a snipe.
like a 3-month break.
Yeah. Squid gets a snipe, not the one pester snipe, but it's still free.
Yep. By the way, since we're kind of in a lull right now, I just want to remind you guys that this stream is brought to you by thestreamergroup.com. You can check out the streamer group. You can check out our merchandise on thestreamergroup.com. We have your favorite merchandise from your favorite streamers such as Squidbird, CC Neverender, Calcium Lemon, Danimal Sounds, and a few more. So if you use offer code MEW, MEW, you get 15% off your entire order. So that's 15% off your entire order if you use MEW at checkout. So consider checking that out and supporting the store and supporting the stream. And thanks again to the streamer group for supporting this tournament.
And they're both in Cave currently.
They're both
Different
currently in
parts of
Cave. Drogie getting a pretty good picture there.
Yeah,
Although
he
I feel
should have-
like he should have
I
waited a
actually
little
didn't pay
longer.
attention to the points that he had.
He had 104k
Oh, yeah, he
if I'm
still
not
has to get
mistaken.
Jinx, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if it matters if you. At this point, actually, when you have, would it make any sense to wait for another cycle of Weeping Bell to get a little bit more points?
I mean,
because
I don't know
you're
why it
losing
wouldn't.
all- you're losing so many points from missing the cloister. Honestly, I feel like that's the worst part about it. Like, okay, it's not the worst part, but
That was a
don't get-
weird setup.
He looked down instead of in the corner. But I'm curious,
Yeah,
maybe it
he
works
looked
better.
at least to the center.
Yeah, he
And
centered
but he
it.
waited a little longer. He waited a little longer there in squad. So
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
curious.
yeah,
Oh,
waiting
yeah,
longer, so he got it.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
got it. It's just,
Ooh, menuing
is that
mistake,
better?
not great.
Yeah, is that better or not? That's the kicker. Because
because if you get the side one, you get the both jinx. But if you look down like this, like he did, he gets only one jinx. So
I don't think at that
I don't
point
know.
you get points for his second Pokemon anyways.
Oh, he
No.
got no pick.
Yeah,
You
he
got
got-
snow pick, yeah, that's great, honestly.
Nice. So that means Drogie's gonna save some more time on Squidbird here.
I'm trying to think of his pace and trying to compare it to the time that I usually go for, and I'm actually not sure. I know I try to leave Valley. My goal is around 1650, so that's really when we can tell if he gets around 1650, then he's around the 2130 pace, maybe slightly higher than that, or faster than that.
Drogie's best possible time is 21:25.
Yeah,
And I think
so
that's right on pace with Dan, right?
Dan? No, Dan's around 18 now, right?
I was 8. I always forget. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan got a few
Under
PBs.
175, I
You know what's
guess
funny?
it's called.
You know what's funny is that every once in a while, someone will be like, "What's that person's time?" I know it exactly. I know that person's time to the second, like exactly. It's a random, weird thing in the middle, and I don't even. And I just happen to know. Oh yeah, that happens to be exactly like. Oh yeah, 21:27. It's like, oh,
I know most people's the time. Collins is 2125.
I said it. Don't steal for this TV for me.
I didn't hear you, but you probably did say, Candy. Sorry about that.
I
Yeah,
used
so-
to know all people's time because I usually watch most of the streams. So
Okay.
even people who
Let's
haven't
see.
streamed in a while. But yeah, I just.
Squid did
and
the
then-
animal sound?
Yeah,
Squid
and
gets the animal.
And then at the same time, there's also people who have just recently PB'd, and I don't know what their times are at all.
Squid got a gold. That was a gold.
Got a gold signs. Let's go. I know that he because he didn't mess anything up. I don't think.
No. I mean, Signs was fine. It's just that it kind of doesn't matter at this point when you've lost 30 seconds to,
Yeah, not PB pace.
you was just making a fool out of Squidward. This is harsh.
Okay,
It's
bye
rough.
gold.
But Squidward's pace was something in the
no! Get him!
21. Squidward's pace was something in the 2150s when you started, so it's definitely far beyond
Oh man, this is rough.
currently Drogie's pace. Okay, it seems like he's picked up the slack on later stages of Mew. Just had to get the rust out.
He's only going for one side instead of going back and forth, which is an interesting idea.
And
Oh,
no, Drogie doesn't get snipe.
Oof.
not free. Too high.
For an apple.
He's not doing one pester. You gotta learn it.
Boink, boink.
Ooh, on the dot.
All right, 22. 22 minutes is our best completed time from Squid here. He still has 17 minutes, which means he has enough time to get another run to Cloister, see if he gets Cloister, and then if he doesn't, he can reset again.
Yeah, he can do.
So
I think 2
plenty
or
of
3.
time.
but-
It takes about
I
10
guess
minutes
I'll
to get
answer.
there. So he
Yeah,
can do
10.
one run that takes 10 minutes, and then he can reset again, and you won't be able to get it
Yeah.
after that.
So
But
if you
But
beat
yeah,
He does have time to
That's-
reset at any point in the middle, too, and do it and still do
Squid,
that.
wrong character.
wrong character.
I believe he picked at instead of
He did the first character instead of the other one.
yeah. And I was not paying attention to the end, but Drogie is definitely behind the time I usually go for. He seemed like he lost some
Hang on.
seconds in Valley because of
Hang on 1 second.
Squid.
You got the wrong character. Go ahead and reset, and it's not going to count towards the resets. Okay.
Oh, I was like, did you
Okay.
move
I
me?
I pulled him in, and then
Yeah.
I told him. Hopefully he's going to reset before it gets too far. Okay,
Yeah, he
okay,
reset.
Cool. So that's not going to
Okay.
count towards his resets because I know that he didn't do that intentionally.
50. 54 seconds. Okay, best possible time is 21:31 from Drogi.
Yeah, so it would take a perfect Mew. So still far ahead, but like I mentioned before, Drogi definitely was not on like even sub me pace. So that's saying a lot. Really, Jinx kind of throws a whole wrench in that,
Yeah,
and then the whole Mankey Snipe fiasco. But still, he's still on great pace for beating Squid currently. But the question is, okay, if either one of them gets Cloister Run, they should easily beat their times. So we have to question, whether or not this first run will matter, other than to kind of calm themselves.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's enough.
It's just sometimes it's enough to sort of remind yourself, oh yeah, I still can play this game, even if it's bad. I actually can beat this game, and you actually go through all the motions like a warm up, like a practice round.
Yeah.
Now it's like all the marbles.
And Levon learned his own one pester strat.
I mean, you learned your own strat.
Yeah.
Levon has a brand new one pester strat that saves half a second probably.
Actually, Levon has a new controller. I keep saying Levon. Okay.
Level.
Yeah, I keep seeing like with an Italian accent, which is
and
interesting.
Drogi's not looking up. I wonder if that actually saves as much time, but he's definitely looking straight way earlier than he should be. So that probably loses something, but I'm actually not sure.
Yeah,
he looks to the
I'm gonna
sides.
wager that it does not save time.
Okay, he's going to do the Danimal sound.
The Danimal sound.
This completed time is 00. Did he find a wrong warp? Yeah, he found a wrong warp straight into disqualification.
Yep. Okay, I didn't even see the picture being taken there, and that is some good pausing. I have to get better at that. I always hit pause, take the pick, then wait probably half a second, then pause.
Yeah, I have to mentally remind myself to hit start ASAP.
Yeah, I know top
and almost at the same time to-do.
Oh, Squid's Butterfree is not the best. Probably took it a little bit early.
Yeah, a little early. Also, it looks like it was kind of like Drogie's, where it was far away. But that could just be me.
Ooh, that's really not great.
Oof.
Orders points?
But enough 21-8.
Yeah.
So it's not worse than last time really. And the amount of points he needed. So again, Jinx would put Squid ahead of just Jinx will put Squid ahead of Drogie's assumed time right now. So honestly, it's anybody's game, and that's kind of ridiculous to say.
Drogie lost almost 10 seconds on Monkey Snipe, so.
And Drogie seems like he's gonna end somewhere in the mid 40s.
Yeah, for sure. About 44, I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
44.
Yeah,
21, 44. Almost up Candy.
Almost.
That's 2 seconds off sub Candy.
21,
And Squid reset.
40. 44.
Okay.
Gotta reset from
So
Squid.
Squid messed up the left buzz. So okay, they're both starting again around the same time. You're gonna get Beach Facts again. And they both have about 13 minutes, which means about one full run to Cloister.
Yeah, both runners have a chance to get one full run to Cloister. And I didn't see, but did anyone confirm if Drogie picked the correct character?
I was not.
He picked.
He did.
He picked.
I was gonna say
I
I can
saw
probably find it in the Squid reset.
Oh. Yes, Squid
PJ,
did.
yeah,
How many left?
HPG.
They both have 3 left.
Okay. I know they finished that run, so.
Is Drogie's thing frozen?
I can still see him on mine, so maybe refresher on your side.
I'm gonna refresh it. Yeah.
For Squid. 3 resets left for Squid, or for.
Squid just used his 2 resets. So he used 2 of his resets. He did the one with Electrode, and he did this one on Beach or whatever. Right. So he has used up 2, and Drogie has also used up 2. So both of them have 3 resets left.
What I wasn't counting is that I felt like Squid did more, but it was just because the bad character reset, which didn't count.
Yeah, that one I'm not counting because He didn't reset. I made him reset because he used the wrong character.
Oh no.
Mm. The one that he completed?
National Pancake Day. Take your plants home, Kami. What?
Ooh.
Did Squid just skip Butterfree and he's gonna get another one, or?
He might get
I
Snorlax.
don't
He's gonna get
know.
Snorlax Butterfree. Yeah, there you go. You know what's funny is you can actually get more points on the Snorlax ones.
But
It's just really hard.
I thought the only better Butterfree was the one that comes over the bridge. That's like really RNG, and like later in the
No,
series.
they're both
actually,
RNG.
both you have a chance, you
Mhm.
know, so you can try both.
Yeah.
But it's quite difficult.
Yeah, the Snorlax one is almost always going to be less points, but you do have the second Butterfree there that can give you a potential of good points. So it's like if you wanted to, you could risk it. Like if you were in a marathon setting like this, and you're like, you know what, I have to finish these runs. You could spend more another time. If it was like if you knew that your first Butterfree was going to be bad,
Oh,
you could attempt to get the second
no.
Butterfree. Ooh,
The Meowth
yeah,
was
the
horrible,
Meowth was
but-
bad.
comes out
He
with
look
21.
a
He can still do
little
it.
to the right. He still can get the 3K one, but he's gonna lose like.
And he, ooh no.
Everyone keeps pausing and freezing.
How did he press the Poke?
Oh no, Poke report.
He did it
Oh no, he's
intentionally.
going to change.
Oh, maybe he's doing it intentionally.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's not gonna have time to get
420
to Cloyster if he
displays?
doesn't get it. So it really
You
comes
look
down
a
to this.
little to the right. You look a little to the right to take picture of Meowth.
That is
Really?
weird.
I look
Just a
straight on.
little. I did that
Oh,
off
did he?
one time.
Okay, Drogie just
Okay.
reset again, so that's 3 resets from him. He has 2
Okay.
left.
Picks the right character.
Yep,
Oh
yes, he
no,
does.
that Butterfree was not great.
Wait.
Okay, gotta remember, don't let us spoil it for people.
Yeah, if I was Squid, you gotta wait. You gotta wait till you're right next to.
What that said, Squid.
It's 10
Has
minutes
enough-
to cut off. I think you meant to say, Candy.
Yeah. No, actually, I was going to say 9, but usually you are like, you can see the real time in the stream is like 9 minutes and something.
Okay. Well then.
Okay.
You said 8 minutes, and it's 9 minutes and 50 seconds. There we go. 9
Yeah.
minutes. There we go. That's more accurate.
So I just noticed in
5
Squid's
resets.
stream, it's a little bit ahead of where everybody else is, but
5 resets.
Squid got like a really late Electro to get the 3K, and is ahead of his PB time or whatever time he's running against at 21:20. So, Squid is, yeah, Squid has like a lot of time saved for his runs. Okay, we're looking at the guys again.
Use your resets, boys. Okay,
Use your otters, boys.
Squid can go until Magnetos if everything goes right, or he can go until Cloister, which would be a hard choice.
No, honestly, Squid, yeah, Squid's gonna want to try to get to Cloister.
Yeah,
Um,
he has. It looks
unless
like he has
something-
enough time to do that and still have time to reset again.
Yeah, unless you like literally miss a Pokemon, it's just not worth it. You want to get to Cloister, even if like you need to get posed Moltres, even if you need to get that, it's still not worth it if you miss Jinx. And that's the rough part about this whole Cloister thing. I wish there was a way to get rid of the RNG. Like, can we get a modded ROM? Start racing on that?
Yeah, I am.
Or is it
Like,
the whole SMS race file fiasco over again?
what happened? Okay.
I think it would be interesting if we could make it so that the third Cloister or the third spawn is always Cloister, and
Yeah,
that we leave
something
the
like
first 2 the same. So it'd still be RNG if you get like a time save, but at least you know that the third one would be a Cloister.
Yeah.
You
But
can
then
do
what
the
happens
same
to
with
Jinx
Arcanine.
% runs?
What would be worse, like, Jinx or 4th Cloister? Because there is still one Cloister that's like far behind. No.
So I want
I'm
to say
wrong.
Jinx, because even if it takes this like a certain amount of time, I'm pretty sure it's Jinx. Just because Cloister gives you points, and that's a huge deal too. And I'm actually sure. Like I know there's a 4th Cloister, CC, and correct me if I'm wrong with this, but can you hit like the pester still?
Yeah.
When you're that far away?
Technically, you can. It's very, very precise though.
Okay.
And
so.
and you don't. I think you have to like preemptively do it. So you don't even know if you have Cloister until like you turn around, throw the pester, look forward, and like take a picture, and then like boom, it pops up. I mean, like it's a very tight window. But Drogie has a video of it somewhere of him doing it.
Okay, so Squid is a little bit faster than his last run. He's what is it? For 5:32, so that's not horrible. But yeah, back to the Cloister thing. Yeah, but Candy. So Cloister just gets you so many points that I feel like you'll like if you have to get Jinx, you probably also have to get a pick and Valley.
Oh, you know, if you take like
a
picture of Cloister, if he going out of the river, like right when he's going out of the river, get like 700 points. It's like 600 more points than getting Jinx. So I don't know. Depends which way you take a picture of Cloister.
I guess it depends on exactly how many points you get from 4th Cloister too. If it's only like 700 points, I don't think it'll matter. But if you can still get like the 2K, you might be able to get from a Cloister, even on 4th one. But I mean, from CC saying that, hey, you know, you don't even know if you get a Cloister till after that. Imagine you can only barely get it. So I guess you could time it, but is it really worth it? Because you know Jinx will be there. You don't know 4th Cloister will be there. But I guess if you're gonna reset anyway,
it's not. The window isn't that tight. Maybe I over exaggerated a little bit, but like you have to throw the pester, then look forward, and then it spawns. It's kind of like whenever you know that third, or you kind of hoping that 3rd Cloister shows up, and you throw a pester, and then.
Well, does it show up facing forwards? Like so you have like.
I don't remember. It's been a while. I think it does face forward. Like it faces towards you. I think, but again, it's been a while.
Okay, so back to this. I know Squid had 54 coming in here, so he's probably gonna go for poseless, if not posed.
Depends of how much you have. If you have like 54 and 700, is it possible?
Drogie threw that apple, and then I was watching for it to hit Electrode, and then I just see it fall to the ground.
Oh no!
Like he hit this.
Magneton looking backwards. Oh, oh no!
Drogie not happy about that. I wonder if he's gonna see what his points are.
And he's actually, so so he's a little bit actually behind Squidbird at the end of tunnel. And
coming into river. That is really solid.
Yes. Poseless probably got a good picture of Magmar and everything else.
What's really crazy is I'm just imagining the scenario where Drogie is unable to finish another run because he keeps resetting on stuff like this, and then Squidbird just cruises through, beats his 2144, and then Squid just takes it, and I'm excited now.
I mean, like literally Jinx. Like it's not even like
Magnet, no.
Squid needs to be good. Like Squid does not need to be good to beat Drogie's time right now. Mm-hmm. Like I know I've consistently gotten like under like 2140, I want to say like a good like 6-7 times in a row once I got like the D-Rust out.
Mm-hmm. And Squid is definitely capable of doing that.
And Squid is easily 10 seconds faster than me, so really the question is, hey, you know, as long as it doesn't make any huge things, you're all good.
Exactly.
I think he's going over Poseless or for pose mode first. Oh, actually, Poseless is sufficient. He got 53 going into Volcan.
Oh, 53. I was going to ask you, Candy, if you noticed how many points. 53 is not great. I remember when I used to get 51 and thought, like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, like, crazy. He missed the whole Magneton. Magneton. He got 400 points.
Squidward does Squidward setup.
I'm surprised that he still continue.
It might also be like a mentality thing of like, you can't keep resetting. You have to finish a run at some point. And is this run going to be, is this run going to be okay? Can he actually make this work? This run doesn't have to be world record. It just has to beat Squidbird, right?
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, I know. But like, you know, two butts.
He's going for fighting Magmars, which, funny enough, I've never done that because I always thought it would take longer or I wouldn't get that first hit. But actually,
no, he's getting the snipe Magnemar. No.
Well, it should still count as fighting Magmar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like,
that's a backup shot I should learn.
Honestly, he probably doesn't need to get the fighting Magmars.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's what I thought. He missed Magmar?
Oof.
Didn't get it.
Yeah, well, he has time, but he'd know this is his final run, essentially.
This is
You
it.
know?
Oh my god.
Yeah. How many resets does he even have left? Does he have another one?
He does have another one.
Messed up, like,
Yeah.
early? Okay. So.
I mentioned he could reset 2 more times. This is his
We did
last
the
time.
Psyduck Snipe.
Okay, so
And
Drogies
he
is
gets
effectively locked
Cloyster.
into his last run, and he gets a Cloyster here. Squid
There we
has
go.
the potential. If Squid can make this run work and get anywhere close to his PB time, like, he has the potential to beat Drogie. Because Drogie
Like,
can...
literally, Squid's last run, minus Cloyster, is far ahead of Drogie's run.
Mhm.
Like, a good, 15 seconds. For that.
If Drogie doesn't get Cloyster here, then he is going to have a really hard time beating Squid's time.
And Squid leaves with decent points. Not the best, but okay.
Then again, I'm also kind of assuming that like Squid's going to get like a 2130 or something, or 2120 something. But that remains to be seen. He still has to actually do that.
And I know Squid was going for a Weeping Bell Snipe earlier. Obviously, he didn't do it in the last run because of Jinx, but I wonder if Squid's going to go for it again. I remember I used to thought Weeping Bell Snipe was like this most super difficult thing, but honestly, it's mostly RNG now. It's not even a factor of like, am I good enough to do it or not? It's a factor of like, am I jittery about hitting Coughing or Jigglypuff, and do I want to do it?
All right, we have passed the point of no return here. Where's my...
Oh.
There it is. My timer.
Candy, call it by its correct name.
Shut
Toner.
off. Okay.
Okay, well,
Point
It all comes down to
of
this one.
no return.
Yogi got a good butter for you, I believe. Obviously, it's still iffy, but
Okay, so like we said, both runners here are now locked into their last run. Drogie is currently has a better completed time, but Squid is on pace here to destroy that. I say
Oh,
destroy
no.
that, but to definitely beat that time.
oh no.
What happened?
Oh
he
no.
killed Coughing.
Squid kills Coughing.
Oh, you guys are way ahead of me.
Yeah, you're like way behind. Like
I
a
should
good
refresh.
30 seconds behind.
Oh man, I'll refresh in a minute.
And
It
then
does go
because
Coughing,
he
but
missed Coughing,
Doesn't get that.
that's the one thing that I
Butterfree.
worried about with.
You Lapras.
You
Oh,
have to wait
missed
for another
100
cycle.
points on Meowth.
Oof. That's yeah.
Oh, he still... No, 21,500.
Yeah, so the candy cycle plus you lose it, so that's real rough.
What did he miss?
Okay, I'm gonna refresh in Valley. That is
Okay.
unfortunate though. Like what I said, I guess commentator's curse, right?
Yep.
Like Squid
It's-
Squid does have to actually get a better time, and that remains to be
Well-
seen at this point.
So I won't spoil the points, but Squid, it's not horrible, but it's not great. If you can take a guess on that one.
I'm gonna guess a 2-pick Valley.
Um,
Is it worse than that?
no, actually, it's one pick.
That was it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
126.
That's fine. That's fine. You made it sound like we got 118,000
Well,
points.
after you have to wait for second cycle for that, it's not the best.
Yeah. So
Even with that, that's an extra 10 seconds plus the 4 you lose in Valley. That's still tons of time save from that. However, he doesn't have as much of a time save over Drogie.
Mhm.
He probably wants that back. But still 100% doable.
can I...
And assuming that Squid was still, Squid was about 21 seconds. So behind. So not on the world's best pace.
Can I down
Actually,
mix tomorrow?
that's real sketchy now I'm thinking about it compared to Squid's current PB, which is 21:20, or actually I know it's PB or just time running against, because that means losing the 4 seconds of Valley would put Squid at 21:45, which is real tense. But it depends on how Squid's run was, whatever he's comparing against. So that can be real iffy. So it really comes down to like, can Squid clutch out the rest of this run? Can Drogie get Cloyster? And if Drogie gets Cloyster, it's probably going to be rough for Squid to manage to do anything. But at that point, by the time Drogie gets a Cloyster, Squid should be done with the run. So, I guess we'll see.
Interesting. I have a weird audio delay on Drogie.
Okay, yeah, now you're back to sync where it's only 6 seconds. Because Squid was like a good 30 seconds ahead on stream.
Yeah.
What
This
is
Drogie's
Squid
audio
doing?
is only on the left
Oh.
ear, but
Yeah, I am. Well, it's Drogie that's only on the left side. So I down mix it to mono, so it's gonna be on both sides now.
oh, okay. I thought it was like, oh, my headset broke. I was okay.
No, it's not you. It's like that time you couldn't hear Collins, but I knew that you were only using one
Yeah,
earbud.
I was like, everyone's hearing Collins. I was like, what is happening? I was just wearing like the right earbud, and then Sis was like, oh, it's because you were involved the left one. I was like, how
The
do you
capture broke, so I
know?
had to use the splitter for my yellow plug. I gotcha.
Uh.
So that's all
Oh
good.
no,
Oh,
Squid,
missed
you
Monkey
gotta learn.
Snipe.
You gotta learn Mankey Snipe.
So that's a good time to say, guys, you need to leave one faster monkey. It's a really
Yeah.
good strategy. Actually, I think it's easier than the 6 faster one. In
It's
my
much
opinion,
easier because
it's not an
the
obligation. It
same-
just sounds more comfortable, at least for me. Who have a broken controller, so it's nice.
I've only messed up one Pester Mankey Snipe when I've personally messed up the setup. Like once I know exactly how to do it. It's pretty much been 100%. Sometimes in a race setting you're a little bit behind, but
As
Ooh,
opposed to
good,
what,
Mega
like
Mind.
when the game messes up your setup?
Drogon-
so
Go with 57. That's so nice.
So what I mean, CC, is like, okay, if you're going for like a good picture of Dragonite, maybe you're turned behind, you have to turn fast to get a picture of Squirtle, and then it's like, okay, let me quickly go and set this up. Compared to just with like, oh, I didn't pull like completely up, and I pulled a little bit to the side.
Gotcha.
So it's a difference between like, oh, I messed up where I was doing things versus, oh, I was just kind of rushed by some things. And
Gotcha.
yeah, Drogie's on good pace. Kenny, what is this point again? I think you said you had decent points.
57.
57. Nice.
I was like, it's 57. Okay, he can go for all Moltres, and that's gonna be still nice.
Mhm.
So
Very solid points from Drogie here.
we need to know he gonna feed Charmeleon or not.
It's true. Is he gonna feed Charmeleon?
Is he gonna feed Charmeleon? Make your bets, chat. Make your bets.
The RNG though. Magmar.
Levon, I don't think one Pester is faster. I think it hits on the exact same time. It's just doing that whatever 6 or whatever Pester strat. And doing the 6 Pester strat like what is it mean? Like it just eventually hits the same point.
He
And
didn't
he feeds
the
the Charmeleon.
He fits? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I spaced out for a second. You.
And just assume nobody's gonna feed it.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I can never tell Charmeleon's too far away though.
At 300 Moltres. 5k half dash. Let's go.
Got a good boost
I
though from
said
Squid.
At 300 Moltres, I didn't know it.
Boosh. 74k from Drogie here. Artemis, you are correct. Squid is on not world record pace.
Well, I don't know. Muskip makes it still likely.
We are hoping for that Cloyster get a fair challenge here.
Honestly, at this point, because Squid had that whole cave fiasco, Squid is kind of fighting to just be Drogie's former time. Like, it doesn't really matter if Drogie gets it. Squid might not do it. Like, right now, Squid is on pace for 46 compared to the old PB, which is really rough. Squid is not looking up. This comes down to the second.
Just read about the looking up thing.
The Mankey
I
Snipes
thought,
are
like,
looking up.
not
It's frustrating.
Looking up.
I'm glad that I've imparted something on some people though.
Well, it's frustrating because it's like, okay, get Mankey Snipe, look up, and Squid is on pace to beat Drogie's time, and it's that's enough. That would have been enough. But right now, it's real iffy.
He's looking up now. Oh, you know what? I should test
Wait,
if
no.
looking up on this part is any different or not. Everyone just looks to
I
the
guess-
side, but no one ever looks up here.
I guess I saw Drogie getting one time like 51-20 with no Cloyster. But I don't remember in which race though.
And Squid Gold to split again. Wow.
Yeah, goodness.
In science.
All right, we're gonna
Um,
swap over to him for audio here.
This one actually might be a close one.
Well, the thing is that Drogie's gonna
Yeah,
have to
Drogie.
beat this next time, which is not
Yeah.
that hard for him.
Mew, please be nice.
Oh no! Oh God, no! God, no!
Left beside them. What happened?
Okay, come on, just don't miss the yellow cycle.
Oh,
Oof.
safe.
My heart. This one, I don't think it's
One
gonna
shelter,
happen.
2 shelters,
And
no
nope,
cloister.
No cloister from Drogie.
no
here.
cloister. But I don't think Squid's gonna do it. I think this is it.
14 seconds. Yeah, it's looking really tight. I don't know if he's gonna be able to beat it. No.
Nope, it's not happening. So this is it. That's GG.
That's GG. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He still wants
That
to
is
continue.
so close.
That is rough.
That is pretty rough with the 21-47 here. 21-47. Squid almost able to take it. So Drogie wants to go ahead and finish his run. He's welcome to keep going. We're gonna swap
With
over.
the stats. What stats does? It doesn't count as jinx percent. CC has explicit rules.
I do have explicit rules for
want
that.
So I said I was gonna just call every run a jinx percent run, but if I get cloister, I'm just gonna make it any percent. So
Interesting.
loopholes, CC, loopholes.
Interesting. Do you have a set of jinx percent splits?
Well, they're the same as before.
I see.
Yeah, I just remember I don't run against splits anymore. I just run against a full time.
So since you're talking about things, have anyone heard of the Viopom bounce, which is really good?
Candy, do you still hold the world record for that?
Oh, of course, 27 bounce, baby.
27 bounces, baby! Baby! Check that out.
Which actually leads back to earlier this stream when we saw a bounce on the Jigglypuff. Can we start a new category?
Actually, I have
So many.
Foop's mouth.
All right, hang on. Let's move into the interview section here. Hang on. There we go. All right. Squid can jump into the interview section if he wants. And
Okay, and since we're ahead, I'm just gonna point out things ahead of time. And Drogie goes for Weeping Bell Snipe, even though he needs Jinx.
Oh yeah.
Is he just going for a gold? Is that it?
I don't know.
And he resets.
Ooh, he got. Did he
Yeah, he
remember?
got it. Yeah, you need a Jinx, so he resets. So
He was.
I was wondering,
that's all
Drogie, are you
good.
coming in here?
Squid?
Hello.
Where? Hello.
Squid, that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, my first run was really good considering I didn't get Cloister. If I would have gotten Cloister, that would have been like probably a 21-30 something.
Yeah. Honestly, it came down to Cloister these two runs. That's ridiculous. Like, did Drogie get a single Cloister? Like, that was.
I feel
No.
like
Honestly,
he
I feel
did, but then no, he must not have been able to.
like you gotta root for the underdog sometimes, but like, man, that would have been really rough if Drogie had lost without getting like a Cloister on like any semi-decent run. Like that. That's rough. Like I know in my race when I didn't get a Cloister, like my last run, I was real frustrated. So, but still good run for you, Squid. I know it's gonna be frustrating because of that sign, but like I feel like you got what is it, the 2 golden signs?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like you just managed to like get yourself together at that point.
He saved 0.4 and then he saved more 0.8 is 1 second dot 2. That is good to go.
Yeah. It was pretty good on the signs, but like the one thing that kind of shocked me in that second run that I had going was missing Mankey Snipe.
Yeah.
That
That's-
kind of
yeah.
like triggered me, and I know
Yeah.
like at that point I saw that I was best possible time was 241. Before I got my gold in signs, it was 240. But I, told myself I have to get a really good Mew fight. And then as soon as I missed like the snipe on the third green cycle, I knew it was over because I needed that to get a sub 2144.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. I always wondered if like, the Mankey Snipe, you mess it up, and then you go into signs thinking like, I already messed up something, and you kind of cool down maybe. I don't know. I feel like I always do that, but do you feel like you get signs better because of that, or?
I just said I don't know. I didn't like really think about it. I was just like, okay, if I get a really good signs, then I can still win this.
Okay, so the motivation. Nice.
So I was just like, I've been playing like pretty good today, I guess. I think the less I play this game, the better. In a weird way.
I kind of
Just play it once every year.
Like I think that if I would be grinding right now for like PBs, I'd be doing actually a lot worse.
I know what you mean.
I don't know.
I've been going through that same struggle a lot where
Yeah.
I didn't want to move on to a new speed game until I got my PB because I'm so close to this big PB. But I find that every time I force myself to keep playing, I end up playing worse. And my mentality starts to go into the negative, and like my hands and my wrist have been hurting a little bit just because I'm like mashing or like doing something very particular, and it's just not working out. And so I'm finding that I'm going to take a few days off, maybe do a couple runs, and then if I want to, I'll come back to it. But most of the time, I just want to put it away for a little bit.
Yeah, and I forgot, but I wasn't really like bummed out that I missed Weeping Bell Snipe. I was bummed out that I hit coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
that cost me like a pictureless valley.
Points not jiggly. Yeah.
So
actually, I'm thinking about it. You had like, what was it, 126? I want to say like 3. Like I think it's you still might needed a pick if you got coughing. It would have been like real iffy.
Yeah.
But again, just that kind of pulls like the air out of you. It's like, oh man, like now what? And then you have a pick, and you're like, oh, you get real frustrated.
Well, no,
do you remember what I got in my Jigglypuff? Because my Jigglypuff,
it wasn't 4K. So if you had done regular Jigglypuff and coughing, that would have been enough to put you over the edge.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was 3K and something.
Yeah, because whenever you hit coughing, then Jigglypuff gets like
gets mad. No, mad. Yeah.
Jigglypuff.
It's because you have thrown an apple at her or him. I don't know. It's a Jigglypuff, and she pulls off the microphone. But it actually gets more points than if you evolve from an apple. So yeah.
I don't know. I just like wasn't prepared for the coughing thing to happen.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that happens. I feel like I don't know a backup strat to that, so it's just kind of like, well, I guess I'm gonna lose points. Usually I try to take a quick picture of that like disappearing coughing, but again, you're right. Like I don't know if it would have helped too much.
I think I just need to learn like the pro coughing strat.
Oh yeah.
Like on the right side.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But so, good job to both runners.
Good job indeed.
Good round.
Oyster was obviously the star of this race.
Good round.